Oakley dokley, let's not muck around. We are here, it's day 23. 23. Whew. It's been a long haul. The drinking's the easy part. Editing's been doing my head in. I'm honest, see, I'm honest. I love it, but editing takes a long time. Because I stumble. I repeat myself all the time. But I do. In the review, I might say, this beer's too bitter, 8 times. And even in some of the videos you'll watch where I've edited out 4 of them, you'll still be going, God, he said that a few times. So the editing drives me insane a bit. I start yakking, you know. I'm a stay-at-home dad. Kids are at school, I've got no one to talk to. And when they're home, I've got no one to talk to about beer. So I talk to you guys. And that's what happens. All right, stop whinging. Oh, this is another beer shirt. This isn't on the webpage, but if you want it to be, let me know. People go, oh, look at that yobbo. That's why he didn't like my beer. No, I didn't like your beer because it was rubbish. No, I didn't. Get in trouble. All right, this is 23. Oh, I just had it off and I left it down and it fell down again. Now it's down lower. Ah, got it. Number 23. If I move my leg, I'm going to drop this glass. All right, I'm not sure I've had this one, unless they've changed the name of it. I know I've had one of their West Coast IPAs before. Hop Nation. Hop Nation. You'll know Hop Nation. I've brewed a clone recipe of their Jedi juice. If you want it, let me know or go looking through my videos. But this is their ground control West Coast IPA. Will I need my glasses? It's a bit dark in here. I'll blame that and I'll need my glasses. It's the contrast. It's very light here and dark here. Yeah, I'm getting old. In hops we trust. That's sort of their saying. 7% alcohol. Hop Nation Brewing Company is a Melbourne-based brewing company based in production of small batch beers. Ground Control was created to celebrate the launch of Eclipse. That's why I haven't seen it. Which is HPA 16, which I was talking about yesterday. And in my other videos for the last months, but it wasn't called Eclipse then. Beer profile, take your protein pills and put your helmet on as this hop-driven West Coast IPA takes you to outer space. Ground Control's stacked with some of our favourite hops, showcasing just landed Eclipse, bringing hints of mandarin, stone fruit and pine. Cheers, Sam and Dunk. That's a bit unclear to whether this is all Eclipse. Stacked with some of our favourite hops, showcasing just landed Eclipse. So I don't think it is. I think this might be a mixture. Now, the lovely wife and I, and I've been there a few times without her too, don't get me wrong, but the lovely wife and I have been to Hop Nation a couple of times on our date nights. Isn't that nice? But it's like dessert because they don't have any food. Well, they have like meat pies or something. And when we're going out for a date night, which is like we've done I think 4 times in 10 years since we've had kids. We want something to eat, not just a pie. You know what I mean? Hop Nation. I don't know if you fixed it, but fix it if you haven't. And so we go there for dessert and just have they didn't have desserts either. We just had beer, right? I tried to con my wife into going there for dessert and she goes, what desserts do I have? I go, beer. And she's driving most of the time. That's enough of that. They're in... it's sort of Footscray or Yarraville or somewhere around there, in between where Grain and Grape is, the home brew shop, on Whitehall Road, is it? I think it's called Whitehall Road. In between there, and as you walk, if you walked to Footscray Station down that road, you'd come across Hop Nation halfway down. So it's just a stroll from Footscray Station. It's only a small venue. I mean, I haven't been there since all the hoo-ha about, you know, the cough. I assume that's still a small venue. But, you know, it's great to go for a beer. They've always got nice beers. They've got a couple of foeders. Is that how you pronounce it? Big barrels that they age some beer in and stuff. So, they, not that you see many of them in cans. Like in bottle shops, you always see their hoppy stuff. But if you go there, they've had a ton of... The last time I was there, must have been 3-4 different, like barrel aged, sort of soury, barrel aged, you know, that sort of thing. They were nice too. Okay, enough yakking, let's get into it. West Coast IPA featuring Eclipse. And I can just say, Eclipse have been very divisive. I don't find them bad, but a lot of people like me go, oh, they're nice, but there's something there that we either not used to or we don't particularly like. There's a big bit of like, but then every now and then you go, what's that? There's a strange sort of tang, which I guess people get from Sabro too. They will never beat Citra. There will never be another. With the Citra was it. Stop pretending every new hop's going to be better than Citra, because none of them are. All right, bring on the haters. Bring on the haters. Now I've got to do this balance thing again. I'll cut that out. I've never had to wash so many IPA glasses during this tastings. There we go. Ooh, it's a bit danky. The carpet doesn't match the curtains. That's not what I expected. It actually smells like a Bridge Road beer. They've got this thing, Bridge Road, that I really like, but I haven't been able to replicate it, that they get from their grain. And funnily enough, I'm getting it in this. This smells very much like a Bridge Road IPA. There it is, there's this weird toastiness. That's not weird, it's good, but it's a grain aroma. But the hops are there. They're not bashing me in the face, as I've said a few times, but they're there. And that is very, very familiar. Well, the thing is, I know for a fact that I reckon I've tried HPA 16, which is Eclipse, at Bridge Road more than anywhere else. Maybe it was just because of the hop festivals, the fresh hop festivals they have there. But I reckon the last 2 or 3 I've been to, at least 2 have had one of their experimental beers there. And that didn't count this year because it wasn't on this year. That big malty flavoured dryness is carrying through. I didn't expect this out of the reason I'm talking about it is because I didn't expect it out of a Hop Nation beer. A real maltiness, which isn't bad. I'm enjoying it. I can say I think this is probably one of the most, the bitterness is coming through, maybe I'll warm it up a bit, one of the most held back beers. Oh, there's tons of flavour there, don't get me wrong, but one of the sort of held back for Hop Nation. And that could be what we're talking about with this Eclipse thing. I think just throwing, 500 grams, well, I'm talking home brew batch, at it is not sure it'll work with Eclipse. But things change too. I never used to work with Galaxy. I used to have to be really, really light with Galaxy. And that's changed over the years. Galaxy's changed a bit, I reckon. But we can talk about the other things. Beautiful head retention. Yeah, it's a bit lighter than it looks on the screen. Not much though. It looks a bit orange on the screen, but it's a light golden here. There's a really nice stream of bubbles coming from the bottom. I think the bottom of this glass is etched, but still not all beers have done it. There's a nice stream of bubbles up to the top, which means it's carbonated well. Now, it's a nice beer. In my opinion, the Eclipse have let it down, but don't stop you from trying this beer, because it is a nice beer. You can tell a lot from my videos when I get, 2 sips into a beer and I go, oh, that's enough. And it gets tipped out the front. The bitterness is getting stronger the more I have. It's a West Coast IPA. It should have bitterness. It shouldn't be one of these new ones. They call anything an IPA these days when it's, 10 IBUs. This is a West Coast IPA. It's supposed to be bitter. And the first few sips were really smooth, but the bitterness is building on my tongue, and that's perfectly acceptable. That's perfectly acceptable in my book. Look, I'm sorry, HPA, and I hate to be a detractor, but I don't think Eclipse is as big as everyone thinks it is. I think it does. It really needs a combo. I haven't had that perfect combo with it yet. I'm not sure where it's going to sit, what it needs to be pushed up here or pushed up there. I'm no expert at that sort of stuff, but I know what I like and I know what tastes good. It's going to get a thumbs up because it's a well-made beer. As far as I can tell, they've tried to do the justice to the hop. Again, I mentioned this in another video. The bitterness that's coming through does a bit remind me of like a warm VB or something like that. One of those, remember, at the end of a party or something, and you'd have a warm VB and it'd be really bitter. And I know that makes it sound terrible, But you know, there's something there reminiscent, and I think it's from the Eclipse. There's something, and maybe it's you know, unless they used a bit of Pride of Ringwood in here, but I doubt it. Well, they might have used Super Pride. Yeah, there's some, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what people aren't liking about Eclipse. I don't know. I'm sort of dreaming here. I've used it only a few times myself. I haven't enjoyed the IPA I did with it, as I've mentioned before. I didn't mind it in the NIPAs. I didn't mind the Deeds NIPA with it. But in IPAs, it hasn't been my favourite. But again, don't detract from this beer. Again, it's another one. If you want to find out about Eclipse, grab this beer, grab the other one from Deeds, and that'll give you an idea. You might love it. That's enough yakking. It's gone way too long. Cheers. Thank you, Hop Nation. Yeah, that'll get a thumbs up. It's a well-made beer. It's not a Jedi juice, though. All right, take it easy. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Oh, tomorrow's the last one. You know what? They didn't include a 25th. Hang on, my kids' calendars. I've got one in the lounge room. It's got 25 on it. We'll talk about that in the next video. Take it easy.